I'm a computer programmer. I can do the most entry-level science, computer science exams now, but I have no access. Why would I have to be a member of a university to do this? Why is the university itself entitled to do these tests? Why would not the government commission say, we test you, we give you the grades, and the university would be compelled to put all the information on the net, and whomever cannot collect this information by him or herself will get tutoring for free. I think this would solve a lot of problems, also financially. I'm here today because I had a free government-sponsored education, and I think it's everybody's right. I have studied humanities, and I became a computer programmer by myself, and I think it's a good choice because I used my humanities education to broaden my horizon. It's helped me a lot in any job endeavor I had, but also in my personal life and in my quest for perfection, if you want to. And I think everybody should have this right, and it should be for free.
Social movement is a group of people that come together and make an issue so relevant that it's a problem that has to be addressed by institutional actors. I think we're beginning to get there. I think last year it was amazing, it was huge, it was hectic, but they thought they could see it away. Now if we can revivify stuff, if we can get marches of 10, 20, 30,000 twice, 3 times a year, I think that then makes a problem that has to be addressed. If they choose not to address it, it's at their peril. These people live in a bubble, WC1, the Westminster Village, and they genuinely don't think these things are happening unless it's on Newsnight, if it's on the Andrew Marr Show, if it's on Question Time. It doesn't exist. It's off their radar, and so this is needed for that sort of level of debate to even acknowledge this is a problem.
Education is something that you shouldn't make cuts on because it you know, we're the generation that hasn't done anything wrong, and yet we're sort of the ones paying for what happens and things like that. So I think we need to be here just to be heard and realise that this isn't the way to deal with the around the world. Saying that they're going to be prepared to use rubber bullets when this is like, as far as we know right now, it's a peaceful procession. They're just asking for trouble and they're going to start saying that they're going to use like water guns, rubber bullets, you know, it's just, I think they just want to realize that the media can make it out to be like rioting and sort of really left-wing radical people, which we're not, we're just students. We're going to have massive debt and we need to sort it out.
David Cameron, look how many people are here man to support this. I think you should listen to the British public. They obviously ain't happy with what's going on. You need to hear our voice.
You can shove your fucking justice up your ass. You can shove your fucking justice. Shove your fucking justice. Shove your fucking justice up your ass. You can shove your fucking justice up your ass.
I am here because, well, my main reasons. As a student here in England at the University of Manchester, especially as an international student, fees are out of control, and it's not just a university-regulated issue, but it is a national issue. And for students coming from the States, it's an international issue because throughout the United States and much of the world, not just developed world, but everywhere from Austria to Chile, that you have students and young people paying more. They call us the lost generation because as we emerge out of school, as we emerge out of a training facility for corporate or service sector skills or human relations skills, what have you, that we find ourselves immediately disenfranchised. And despite the fact that we have significantly contributed to the economy, whether you agree with the political economy or not, based on consumption. So we are all being exploited in different particular ways, some that are visible and some that are not visible, some that are visibly atrocious and some that are really subtle and unjust, subtle yet unjust. But we're all part, and we're all being degraded by the same exploitative system. So that's why I'm here, because I truly believe in engaging in the fight. After all, this is social movements are what make democracy, not legislators.
We've been hearing that the police can shoot the students if they so believe that it's necessary. What do you think about that kind of a statement?
I think it's despicable, but I think it's an empty threat. I think it's a threat. I don't think it will happen. I think it will happen. I mean, it would be so incredibly controversial, and I hope there would be outrage if it ever happens. I think it's more of a threat. It's part of a whole systematic attempt, I feel, to try and clamp down on protest. If you can make people scared about demonstrating, half your work's done for you.
We're fighting for the enrichment of human life. We're fighting for free education and for the public services which allow people a dignified and meaningful life. Not a grind from job to unemployment to the grave, but free education throughout life, decent work and a dignified retirement. What is happening here today is part of a general confrontation with the government, of which students and the education movement is only one part. Our government and governments around Europe have their programme. They have their agenda, which they wish to impose. It is an agenda of good to the public services which make a dignified and rich life possible. It is misery, the misery that people are thrown into when the basic support that needs them, whether it be disability, living allowance, EMA, council housing benefit, is taken away. They want to attack education and turn the services that people need into a business, into a market. That is their programme, and if we do not step up our movement, they will succeed in implementing it. And what are the methods through which they implement this plan? The methods through which they implement this plan are police buttons, redundancies, criminalisations, rubber bullets, fear, the criminalisation of protest and the gutting of democracy. That is the method through which they implement their programme. And we have our programme, which is for free education, which is for free public services and jobs and homes for everyone, which is funded through taking the wealth of the banks, taking the banks which the public owns, taking them over and running them democratically and using their wealth to fund the things that we need. Take over and expropriate the banks, tax the rich, take their wealth, take their houses. That is our programme to fund free education and jobs and housing for everyone and to make a dignified life possible. So what are the methods? What are the methods? What are the methods through which we implement our programme? What are the weapons that we have to fight for our programme? They are all we have. They are solidarity and organisation. Solidarity and organisation, and actions like the one behind me, and actions like this here, and the unity between students and workers, whether that's at the national level, or demonstrations or on the local level with trade unions on your campus. Those are the weapons, those are the methods through which we can implement our programme, and I hope that the National Campaign Against Fees and Cuts is able to provide the movement with such a weapon. On the 23rd of November, not Wednesday coming, but 2 Wednesdays from now, on the 23rd of November, there will be another day of action. Organise in your college, organise in your university, occupy, walk out. On the 30th of November, come down to the picket line, and in the run-up to the 30th of November, organise with trade unionists on your campus. Organise a democratic anti-cuts group on your campus. Get involved with the National Campaign Against Fees and Cuts. Look at our website, anticuts.com. We need a democratic, grassroots, fighting student movement that links up with the workers' movement so that we can implement our programme. I'll see you on the 23rd. Now we've got are here. We fully support this demonstration because we know that as lecturers, as admin workers and as students, our fight is one fight. We are together and we are standing to defend publicly free university and further education provision. We need to stand together today and we need to build for the 30th of November when over 3 million of us will be out on strike. We have the Tory government. We are the 99%. They are part of the 1% and they will not divide us. Workers, students, unemployed, disabled, everybody together. We stand in solidarity. We stand in unity. And we will not be divided. When the cynics talk about activism and about political change, they have said for years that this could never happen. They said it wasn't possible. They said that students could never be a sustainable political force. They said that ordinary working people could never change government policy. Let them see us now here today. We are not a one-off parade. We are a serious, sustainable, democratic student movement. And when the stakes are this high, when we face the privatisation of a public service like education, when we face the entire annihilation of the welfare state, when the things that were afforded to our parents' generation without thinking, like houses, like jobs, like the NHS, like the right to a decent pension are being stripped away from us. The stakes are high enough that we have to suspend our disbelief. And when you suspend disbelief, when you take away the walls of cynicism that surround so much of mainstream politics today, you find situations very much like this. We are estimating that there are 15 to 20,000 people on this demonstration today. Alright, today we have shown the City of London. Today we have shown the United Kingdom that we can shut down the 1%. In our thousands, we have taken it to the streets, and we will take it to the streets again. But let us be clear about one thing. Last year they traveled tuition fees, and what we said was, what Parliament can do, the streets can undo. And that is what we have to be putting forward here today. But we also have a massive task, because 6,000 students are not enough. 60,000 students are not enough. 600,000 students are not enough. We ultimately need to shut down the 1% and mobilize the 99% against the vicious coalition government.
Raise the odds!
As a German poet once said, if you fight, you can win. If you don't fight, you have already lost. Let's build a general strike for November 30th, and let's shut down